Welcome back to part 3. So again, this is my SP6000. I'm going to double click and then go to the timings tab. Here it's here's section 710. This is where you define your entry delay 1, and 711 is where you define entry delay 2. So this is how long you allow the customer once they open the front door. How much time you give them before the alarm, the siren goes off and the monitoring station gets notified. So this is where you set it, but you also have to set it in the zone. You'd have to, here you see we have entry delay 1 or entry delay 2, so these two settings go together. Auto zone shutdown counter, so basically you give them 5 minutes. After 5 minutes the siren will automatically turn off. So if someone sets off the alarm, if there's a break-in, or even if there's a false alarm and nobody addresses it, nobody puts their code to turn off the system, after 5 minutes it's going to automatically turn off. Of course, this has to work with the zone itself. So here you define whether auto shutdown is enabled or not. So again, these two work together. IntelliZone delay. This, if you have a motion detector and it keeps getting triggered falsely too often, so you can increase this IntelliZone delay, so it's going to be ignored. Like you need multiple you need it to be triggered multiple times within that time, like within those seconds, to be considered as a legitimate alarm. Keypad lockout delay. Whatever I'm skipping over is I'm not familiar with, so I'm just going. I'm not gonna make things up. So here, keypad lockout delay. So if someone keeps trying to put the wrong code this many times, the keypad is going to lock up. So they cannot enter. They cannot enter again until the lockout timer is reached. Again, for an SP6000, you can only have 2 partitions, and you can auto arm them at this time. So if usually this is used for offices, so sometimes owners want the panel to automatically arm, so in case employees forget to put the system on, it can auto arm after a certain time, like let's say 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. or 5 p.m. or whatever. By this time they don't expect someone to be in the office. That's what they put here. So number of rings. So here, after 8 rings, if nobody picks up the phone, the panel will pick up the phone. So theoretically you can make this 5 rings or 3 rings, but this means if it's a house and people don't reach the phone within that number of rings, then the alarm will pick up. So for a big house, you need this to be a big number. Auto answering override delay. So this works with this setting here. So if you have this set up, you can enable this. So I would leave it to the default. This is your exit delay. So this is your entry delay. This is when the customer comes in. This is when the customer is arming the house and leaving, or arming the partition and leaving. So they have, based on what I'm seeing here, they have 60 seconds to leave the house once they enter their code. And Section 749, partition 1 on no movement. So you can have the partition auto arm when it doesn't detect a movement. This value is 0 to 255, so you would have to experiment with it. Don't just set it because it could be annoying to customers. So it's, you see here, it's times whatever number you put times 15 minutes. So if you put 1, I've never tried this, but I know some of our customers use it. So I think based on what I'm seeing here, if this number is 1 and then times 15 minutes, so if it doesn't, obviously you need a motion detector. So if it doesn't detect any movement within 15 minutes, then it's going to arm the system. This works in combination with a setting that we are going to see later. See you in the next part.